Okay, we're getting through it. I finished the frame, which has come up pretty good. Oh. So that's not too bad considering what it was like. Chain guard, really rough paint on this. I don't know whether you can see that, but it's nearly like an alligator skin. The paint's really deteriorated badly, so just whacked a heap of polish on that and done a little bit of tiny bit of sanding with a bit of very fine wet and dry just to clean the tops of all these off, and that's about the best we can do without going too far. So that hasn't turned out too bad, all things considered. But the interesting thing is this front mudguard. After we gave it a good clean, we've actually discovered someone's engraved on the inside of the guard. I don't think you'd be able to make it out, but I'm actually going to go and call the customer and see if it corresponds with his father-in-law's initials or anything like that. So it's got 19 and 6, which I don't know if it's what they paid for the guard, which I think is a second-hand guard anyway, because there's all weld repairs to this. He's probably picked it up off another bike. I've just got it soaking in penetrating oil to be able to take these brackets off so I can get into the dirt that's clagged in behind it. Plus I'll give this a clean up and a buff. I mean, it's got a couple of dents in it which I won't be taking out. But it's got a bit of overspray and that from other stuff from where the shed it was in. So yeah, clean up the fasteners, clean up the stays. But yeah, really interesting that it's got that engraving in there. So we'll work on see how we go. That corresponds with his father-in-law's initials or something, which would be interesting, really interesting. That's the type of stuff you love doing on a bike like this. Obviously mudguard stay, I'll have to straighten out a bit. So yeah, no, we're punching on, it's going good. Okay, I have to take these mudguard stays off and they've been pretty badly rusted on. So I've gone through and got all the rust off with a wire brush, some penetrating oil onto them a few hours ago and keep the oil up to it. So because this is an alloy guard, if I slip off, it could damage it. So if you're pulling stuff apart that is badly rusted up, be patient. Take your time, give yourself the best opportunity. Get in, clean the threads, with a wire brush, just scrub it back. It gives the penetrating oil, whatever you're using, the best opportunity to actually get in and work. And the next thing is having spanners that actually fit the nuts and bolts that you're trying to undo. This is where shifters are no good. If you want to know what I think the best penetrating oil is, it's actually a 50-50 mixture of acetone and automatic transmission fluid. I've used it a fair few times on some really, really seized engines. I had an old Villiers engine that must have been on a dirt floor for half a century, and just mixed a batch up in a squirter bottle. Yes, it dissolved the squirter bottle after a week, but just kept going over every nut and bolt on it for about a week, and left it for another week, came back, put a spanner on it, bang, no worries at all. It's also excellent if you're doing things like exhaust manifolds on cars and things like that, especially, one of my car's turbo diesel, and a pretty old one, works an absolute treat on stuff like that. So yeah, 50-50 acetone and transmission fluid as a penetrating oil. So yeah, getting back to this, obviously I've just taken one of the bolts out, so it's all working well. So give yourself plenty of time, make sure your threads are clean, plenty of penetrating oil and spanners that fit. Okay, I had a chat with the customer about this front mudguard. It's pretty badly corroded, and considering how well the rest of the bikes come up, I thought we'll give this a clean up and a light buff just to put a bit of a sheen on it. So what I've got in the tray is a very soapy water and soap mix. So I actually use something along the lines of car wash, truck wash, and a bit of water, not too much water. And the soap actually helps lubricate your wet and dry. So there's plenty of stuff on the net about how to polish up aluminium. So I'm not going to go into it. I just use wet and dry. Different grades. If I'm doing a high polish job, obviously I'll keep working from sort of 400 through to 800, 1200, then put it on the buff and polish it up. So I'll just do this corner, because to be honest with you, my arm's killing me from polishing and everything all day. So I'll just do this corner. We'll put it on the buff, because I really do want to see how it comes up. And hopefully we'll get a half decent sheen on that. So you can see, like, all this type of stuff here is all corrosion, where we've just nicely flattened that out there. See, I won't even take that out off the edge. Things like the dents in that end, I'm going to leave it. So we'll go around and we'll put that on the buff and see how it comes up. Okay, so I have just given that the section that we wet and dried just the lightest buff with the mop. That's not a stitch wheel, that's just a mop. And we've come up with this really nice just sheen. You know, as you can still see all the distress in the actual alloy. I can't really get a reflection in it, but it just looks nice and clean in that. So I'm really happy with the way that's come up. So we'll get working on that tomorrow. Give it the guard a good clean. Now all this dirt and crap's come out from underneath the mudguard stays. So yeah, working through it, all going well, and I think I'm going to call it a day. So that's it for now.